Hello everyone and welcome back to American Truck Simulator. So if you can't tell from my screen, I am actually using the Coast to Coast mod, which lets me go from one side of the US to the other, which is exciting for me. It's the first time I've been able to get it to download without downloading a virus instead. So being able to get this is phenomenal. And I actually got to start in a town that is just about 30 minutes south of me, which makes it Little Rock. So Little Rock is kind of our hometown when it comes to looking at this map. However, it's about 30 minutes away from me, but I still get to start in Little Rock, which is awesome. I'm kind of tired of waiting for SCS to release that. So I decided to go ahead and download it. And the closest town is Memphis. So this is a brand new profile because everybody suggests that if you're downloading this mod to start a new profile. So I went ahead and did so, and Memphis is the closest place to me. So that's why I'm starting in Memphis. So that's exciting. But let's go ahead and jump out here on the road. I'm kind of halfway in between, so I apologize about that. But I'm at a Chevron just right off the interstate, still in Arkansas, and we will kind of head on the way to Memphis. All right, so I would like to head to Boston today as well. I don't know how long of trips these things are. I would assume a while. I do like the fact that it is about the same time scale as it would be if we were actually driving in a car. It's a little more than 3 hours from Little Rock to Memphis, and I was kind of in the halfway point. It could be a little bit longer. I mean, it just depends on the day, I guess. But it looks like we have about 2 hours and 40 minutes for this first run. And obviously it's not going to be the only one I do for this episode because that would be lame, and nobody likes lame. So, yeah, that's not something I'm going to do. What are those things out in the middle of the median? Is that grass? Kind of like just random blotches of grass. I don't know. I do wish there was more trees, but not too bad. I mean, ultimately, you think about how far SCS has come and how long this map has been out, it's pretty phenomenal. So there is that. Oh, I need to slow down a little bit. I'm speeding. Hope you guys are having a fantastic week. Mine's not too bad thus far. Not too bad at all. It's been a while since I've actually released an ATS or ETS video. So hopefully I'll get that taken care of today. I want to get a couple of episodes, especially with this map, because it's a lot so far it's a lot of fun being able to actually travel outside of California. And it's not difficult to install. I mean, you download this file. It's already an SCS file, and so you open up your mods folder and you drop it in. Then you create a new profile and just add it to the priorities, the mods list, but you make sure the priority of it is like way up there at the top. So once you do that, you can actually see the whole map on the loading screen. So it's not hard at all to install, and it's totally worth it. I mean, it really is, to see new sites, new things, and stuff like that. So I haven't fully decided yet if I'm going to make this my main profile for YouTube or not, or if this one's going to be kind of a special thing, because I guess it really depends on how far of trips we go on, because if I end up going 5 or 6 hours and I'm going to say real world game, like if I go from West Coast to East Coast or East Coast to West Coast, either or, that's obviously going to be more time than I can fit in a 30-minute episode. So I either break those up, or I just check a different one, put that on as my secondary profile. But who knows? We'll see how it goes and see which ones people like more, whether they like the Coast to Coast mod, where you can see other states and stuff like that aren't released yet, or if they prefer the, and by they, I mean you guys, right? You guys are the ones who drive this channel to begin with, so whatever you guys want to see. Oh boy, I'm speeding, and there's a cop. Oh man, maybe he didn't clock me, but he was definitely there, and I was driving about 15 over. Good grief. Anyway, I do hope you guys are having a phenomenal week. Hope you guys on the East Coast are recovering well. I do have some friends of mine, even ones that I worked with, that were without electricity for like 4 or 5 days after Irma went through, which is scary. Being that long without electricity is scary. Not to mention expensive, right? Because there's a lot of things that we rely on when it comes to electricity. So, you know, restocking the fridge and hoping it doesn't happen again, all that good stuff. That's all important, obviously. All right, here we are getting into Memphis. Hopefully, oh man, I wish he would have added I can't remember who the developer of this map is. I wish he would have added, you know, longer on-ramps. But at least this is a 3-lane road. So at least that's something. But on the trip from Little Rock to Memphis, there's a lot of trees in the medium, and there are a lot of state troopers that kind of hang out in the middle of the in the median. Like, there are little cuts in the trees where, oh snap, where you'll see, you know, just like a parted ways of trees, and all of a sudden there's a white vehicle sitting there, and it's like, oh man, you got me. Thank you, Escalade. Appreciate it. I appreciate you. So I am doing this quick load here to Memphis, and then I'm actually going to get in this left lane over here because it looks like I'm going to be taking a left up here. But I'm taking this quick load here to Memphis, and then we'll see where we end up. I'd love to do a run from Memphis to Little Rock. I think that would, or I just did that, just kidding. From Memphis to Boston, which, if you guys don't know, is like a second home to me. My whole family's originally from Boston, which makes me a huge Red Sox fan. And we usually, my wife and I, and sometimes my son, will end up going there once a year. But this year we weren't able to, just got too busy. But that's what we have been doing, and it's one thing that we love doing together. So yeah, that's definitely a place I would love to go. Hopefully I'll be able to find a run that direction. Not only will it be, you know, quite a ways, quite a drive, but it'll also be a lot of fun to be able to see what they did there. You can kind of see Memphis there in the background, which is really cool. Really, really cool. I don't think I mean, obviously I can't get to any of those. You can see the roads are just blocked off there, but yeah, maybe, I don't even know why I have this thing up. Get rid of that sucker. I've got the one on the dashboard. I just completely forgot it. It's been that long since I've driven in ATS. I've been doing a lot of GTA mods. You know, they had that space mod come out, and that was one thing that I've been doing a lot of requests for that one. And then a lot of other videos as well that I've been trying out, new games and stuff like that. So it's exciting. It really is exciting. At this time, I just passed 50 subscribers, which is awesome. So I will need to be doing a 50 subscriber special here pretty soon, and thank everybody for, you know, being subscribers. And if you guys are subscribers, you know, thank you guys so much. And if you guys aren't, you know, it's always an option. Just kind of throwing it out there. You know, if you want to, you know, feel free to get updates and stuff on a lot of the games that I play. There's a lot of games that are coming out here soon that I cannot wait to get and do walkthroughs on. As well as, you know, the new ETS upgrade, the new expansion that's coming out for that. I think that one's going to be pretty cool. And then also we have the new expansion for ATS should be coming out here soon as well, which obviously I'm excited about. So New Mexico will be out soon. Oh boy, I'm going in the wrong way. I was not expecting that. I'm going to go up on the curb. Not too bad, though. Could have been worse. All right, what you got for me? All right, we're going to go hard. Where do you need it? We'll get that easy stuff. Oh, snap. Maybe I want to go back. This is going to be fun. All right, so I'm going to kind of do a loop-de-loop in here. Loop around the outside. Kind of do a big U-turn here. Then go back out the front and then just back up. I think that's probably the best way to do this. And then back up into that little area. We shall see here shortly whether that was worth it or not, or completely stupid. But we shall see. Go ahead and turn my flashers on so people know I'm here and what I'm doing. Alright, so I think that's pretty good. It should be just a straight back job from here. I can't really see out of my mirrors very well. I'm kind of sitting a little bit further back from my monitor with the steering wheel and stuff. I might need to move my, if I'm going to play this game, I might need to move my monitors closer to me so I can actually see my mirrors. Of course, I'm just now realizing I even got the mirror up in the top right corner. I'm not used to playing with those, but it's one of those things that it defaults when it's a brand new game, so, or a brand new profile. All right, excellent, excellent, excellent. All right, FedEx Ground delivered from Little Rock to Memphis. Base reward, 116 XP plus 90 XP, making 206 XP, and I now have $1,910. Nowhere close to my own truck. Phenomenal. All right, so let's see where else we can go. All right, there's my truck headquarters. There in Little Rock. Kind of looks like Little Rock. Unfortunately. In some areas, I should say. All right, so there's my lonely road that I've explored. Nothing else. Just this lonely road right here. All right, so why does it show me in Little Rock? That's weird. Ah, it's because I just, opened up my place there. Oh, come on. All right, job market. Let's see if we can find one to Boston real quick. Dallas, St. Louis, Tulsa. I don't think I'm going to find one because I think it's too far for me. Is there anything that gets me that direction? We can go to Tulsa. I think it'd be kind of cool to go the other direction. Kind of up there. Got to go through Little Rock and then back out the other side. Or even Little Rock to Dallas. They're all the same as far as miles. I don't like that truck, though. Maybe I'll do this one. This one actually looks like a pretty decent drive. So I'll be down through like Hope, Arkansas, and Texarkana, Arkansas, and those kind of things. So we can go ahead and take this run real quick. So we are heading out of Little Rock at the moment. Still heading towards Dallas. If I can get out of this little area. Little Rock is a lot bigger than I think I had originally thought it was on the game, that is. When I was here before, it looked a little bit different. It looked a lot smaller. I kind of like left the area I was in and like was immediately on the interstate. So it's actually quite a bit bigger, which makes me happy because I was kind of worried that Little Rock would be kind of small, which it's not huge by any means. But it's not tiny, and I was thinking it looked a little tiny to me. But, I'm glad to see that it's not, I guess is the bottom line there. But I am about to jump on the interstate as soon as I get to this stoplight. I'll be jumping on the interstate and heading south towards Dallas. Go ahead and start turning. Since we can turn right at stoplights. I just noticed the trailer had the light on the side. That was cool, the blinker. Interesting. I did not know that. Alright, so speed limit through here looks like it is 65 miles per hour. And I think this lane's actually going to be ending, so I need to jump over. Someone let me over. Oh my gosh. What's the guy got to do to get over in this town? I'm coming over anyway, dude. Might as well let me. Jeez, man. Nobody was going to let me over. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Look at all the signs. Subway, train hard, eat fresh. Oh, man. I do like this mod. I'm not going to lie at all. It's definitely nice to have. Look at that train over there. It's by its lonesome. It's like one car. It's not even a car. It's just the engine. I wonder if it's like not textured in or something. Doesn't look like it. It looks like that's just it. So that's unfortunate. I mean, I don't know how normal that is. I don't see it very often where I live, but you know, not sure what to say. But this definitely looks like Arkansas, having all of these trees. Arkansas is full of trees. The slogan for Arkansas is the natural state, and that's why you'll see so many trees, because we pride ourselves on trees. And, you know, national parks and having a lot of nature around and stuff like that. So that's always nice. And it's nice to see that they added that in here, because, again, this is a lot of what it looks like. A little bit different as far as the median goes. There's usually quite a bit more space in between the like northbound, southbound sides of the interstate. There's usually a lot more trees, and again, you have the state troopers that sit in the middle a lot of the times in random places. So that's a pretty normal occurrence. Speed limit 65, which some highways and interstates are that way. I know we're taking Interstate 30 here, which is like, I believe, north and south. I do believe. But, you know, I'm interested to see how long this is going to take. Let me see. I'm going to pull up my GPS here. Another 7 hours. That's not too bad. That's about right when it comes to... Ooh, there's a police. That's about right when it comes to driving from Little Rock to Dallas. Is roughly about 6.5 hours or something like that. And you could probably even get there in 5. But being in a semi, more than likely there's going to be a little bit of a difference, obviously. So, you know, it's not too far off, which is nice. It is nice, which means they've added a lot of road in between these little areas. And I don't even know what is the income from this. Is it any different? Oh snap! I gotta drive. Yeah, only $4,000 to go from Little Rock to Dallas, which could be better, considering, you know, with how many miles it is, we'd probably end up spending a quarter of that in gas. But, I mean, having the rest of it as profit isn't too bad. Not too bad at all. But now that I have this bigger map, I might actually end up getting a, just like a regular car, like maybe a Shelby GT or a normal car, and just drive around. I know I had mentioned I wanted to do that before. I'd love to actually get a camper and ride a camper around to these kind of remote areas and see a lot of these sites and stuff, but I have yet to really find one that's not, you know, like a bus or something like that. So I'm having trouble staying on the road. That's what I get for, you know, not playing this game for so long. But I mean, I would love to do that. I think that would be awesome. That's a really cool looking car. An old school car. Classic. I love this model. This is one of those I've been trying to save up for on my other profile. This particular Volvo is really nice. I like the GPS that comes out of the dashboard up there. And when you shut the engine off, the steering wheel kind of moves out of your way and things like that. So, you know, and, you know, I'm waiting for the Roswell, well, I guess just the New Mexico DLC to come out. There's still no word on whether it's going to be paid or free. I think it's going to be paid. I think we got the one DLC that we were going to get for free. But I could be completely wrong about that, but I do believe that is actually the case, in my personal opinion. Because I know that the Arizona, you know, came free, and I think that was like the only one that we're going to get. Now, it is surprising to me that you see, you know, so many DLCs coming out with ETS, and yet here we are on ATS waiting for years for another state, and they have entire countries they're releasing. So I don't know what that's about, and hopefully they kind of get their act together. I know it's two different groups. ATS has their own group and ETS has their own, and more than likely it's because of the fact that ATS has fewer players than ETS does. But more than likely they'd have more players if they finish more states, in my opinion. A lot of people are so frustrated at the fact that they bought the game and, hey, we're in Texas. Welcome to Texas. But, a lot of people are frustrated that they bought the game and here we are still without an actual DLC that has come out for multiple states. And even with this new DLC, we're getting one state, right? So, I guess my thing is we're just going to have to rely on mods until they eventually release those. Because when they release them, they're going to have a lot more detail in them, right? You're going to have different trees, you're going to have different roads, you're going to have, more landmarks. Because there's a lot of things in Little Rock that are landmarks that you don't see in this particular mod. So, whenever, a SCS decides to come out with, Arkansas or whatever, hopefully they will include those milestone type of buildings and, those things that are iconic for that area. Hopefully they will include those in there. But who knows? Who knows? Nobody knows. I can't believe the speed limit's 85 here. That's not normal. Not normal at all. But we are in Texas, so that's a good thing. UPS. These trucks are going. This truck and the bus in front of it's going so slow. I've thought about playing multiplayer, but I think so many people have got involved in multiplayer that it kind of ruins a lot of the fun, because you have a lot of people out there that aren't there for fun, but to play the game as realistic as possible. And that's what they're trying to do, which is fun for them. And then you have the people who are, just driving the truck, and they'll be driving on the side of the road and just running into everybody, causing damage to everybody's trailers and stuff like that, which kind of ruins it. It really does ruin it. Hopefully they will have a better system for, getting rid of those kinds of people, because it kind of ruins it. When I was there, because again, I bought this game when it first came out, and then once they came out with the multiplayer, I downloaded it almost immediately. And, I drove around in it, and it wasn't a big deal. There was a lot of times you'd be waiting around with waiting for somebody else to drop their load before you could drop yours. And that was kind of a normal thing. Every once in a while you get to a place where it wasn't, there wasn't a huge standstill or whatever. But for the most part, it was just small things like that. It wasn't people driving all crazy and just trying to cause damage to people. That was very frustrating to hear that they kind of let that get away. But I mean, that's kind of what happens when you have something free come out that everybody can do it. You're going to have the trolls come out. You will have the trolls. So you're going to have those types of people that are just going to be out there just to ruin people's fun. And, I don't want to have any part of that. I want to do it to have fun. That's what I find enjoyable for these kinds of things. Go ahead and look on the outside and see what the weather and stuff is like out here. Vegetation. Oh, boy. I can't drive from this. Never mind. Just kidding. I don't want to get any damage on the truck. But, look at the clouds. I mean, everything's just so nice. I really do. One of these days, another complaint I have, I do hope SCS decides to upgrade their engine. I think that it could look so much better than what it does if they were to upgrade their engine finally. ETS, it doesn't have the best graphics in the world. Things aren't. It definitely has an awesome, feel to it, and it's definitely a simulator. But we're not expecting to get out of the vehicles and drive around and things like that. But it would be nice to actually have some realistic looking graphics from the engine, and then have mods on top of that improve it. Not like what we have now, where we need a mod to improve the graphic settings. So that's my last complaint for the day. I digress. I digress. But, you know, a lot of that stuff is just going to be down the line eventually, especially when they finish, you know, all of the states. What are they going to do then, right? So, we shall see. Let's see how far I've got to go. Let's see. 2 hours and 19 minutes. I should actually be getting there pretty quickly. 87 miles. Let's see. Oh, okay. Nothing. Yeah, so 2 hours. It's not too shabby. I wonder what Dallas is like. It's going to be interesting. Definitely going to be interesting. My wife usually goes to Dallas a couple times a year. And by a couple times, I mean about once a month. She'll head down to Dallas. So she's got some family down there that she goes and visits. So she's used to this road. I, on the other hand, am not. I'm not a huge fan of bigger cities like that. Dallas and my whole family's originally from Boston, and I don't mind that city. That's like the only big city that I don't mind being in when there's that many people. So I would like to get that GMC truck. I think that would be cool to just drive around. I'm not seeing a lot of rest stops. I don't think I've seen one rest stop on this whole trip. Which, if I was... Well, I mean, I am using fatigue. Whoa! I am using fatigue, so hopefully I don't get sleepy because I'd be in trouble. Because I really have not seen one place to be able to pull over and sleep. Or anything like that, so... I guess that's the downside of this mod, because it's basically just interconnecting cities, right? You have Little Rock that's not there before, but the closest place to it is Memphis. So you kind of have to plan accordingly. But actually, there is a rest stop in between those two because I was at it when I started this episode. So, you know, there's obviously something there. But, you know, oh, here's a rest stop. Go figure. And scales. But we don't need to pull over. I think I've got plenty of fuel. I don't have that much longer to go, so. It's a big gas station. Big old gas station. That looks like a hotel right there. I had to follow this UPS truck the whole time. This is, it's cool. I like, you know, being able to go places I've never been before. And this is awesome. I like being able to see this. I like being able to see all of this different textures and different things that they've added in. Different roads. Yeah, especially being able to drive from Little Rock to Dallas. You know, two places, you know, that are close to home, you know. So that's going to be cool. And then figuring out other places I can go, like the East Coast, and figuring out the kinds of stuff they have there and stuff like that. Oh, man. This UPS truck is driving me crazy. Speeding up, slowing down, speeding up, slowing down. Speed limit 75 here. I didn't even see a drop. Oh, man, this looks just like Texas. You have like a barn like right there on the side of the interstate. Oh, man. What is this? Just a bridge? Pretty much just a bridge. Man. I'm having the roughest time driving today. Rough. Oh, man. I'm an idiot sometimes. I swear. Houston and Dallas. Which one is this one? Dallas Industrial Zone. I'm not heading that direction yet. Yeah, Jeep is smashing it. So is this one. That one looks like an Explorer or something. I don't know. I'm not even going here. Man, how many exits is that one's going to Shreveport. Wow. Look at this. This is intense right here, man. You can easily get lost. Oh my gosh. Look at all that craziness going on. Some crazy bridges. Alright. Don't slow down. Well, I guess I need to slow down, so it's okay. I still have this mirror up here. Oh man, I gotta figure out the button to. Oh. There it is. All right, so I got the mirror taken care of. Now that the trip's almost over. Oh man, I can't believe that garbage. I can't believe it. All right, I'm really sad I've got to get out of this Volvo. Pretty sad. I like it. Dallas discovered. It's supposed to be like the outskirts of Dallas. I mean, because I'm not seeing a lot of like buildings, big buildings and stuff. All right, taking a left here. Take it wide. All right, perfect. Oh, look at that. That's cool. Little houses and stuff right there. Go ahead, dude. Oh man, that sun's bright. Sun is bright. Oh, that was a stutter. Man, I feel like I'm going to like a residential zone. Oh, look at that train or trailer. Train. I don't know what I was thinking. All right, so here's my stop right here. What is that? Just a motorcycle? That's pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. All right, stopping right here. Button 3. Oh, I don't know. Let's push enter. I don't remember which button that is. All right, so 90. Definitely gonna put. Oof. Should have thought about that. Uh-oh. Might have to cut it to the right a little bit more. There you go. Look at that. Look at the little TV right there. How cool is that? All right, so this is going to be interesting to say the least. So they want it parked. Which direction do they want it parked? What the heck is this? Is it over here in this corner? Yeah, okay. Well, it's like we're using the trailer brake. Definitely going to be using the trailer brake. Oh man, I don't think I'm going to make it here. I'm going to have to turn around. Which means hopefully I'm not going to jackknife this sucker. Because this is not a good place to be dropping off. This is crazy. Oh my gosh. Alright. I think that should be good. Oh my. Alright, so that trailer is like right there, yo. Alright, trailer, straighten up. We got this. We got it. Alright. There we go. Oh man, I feel so much better about life. Alright, so I should figure out which one my trailer brake is. Alright, so I finally got in here and turned around. So now I'm going to be backing my trailer up into this spot. It's the one all the way over here to the right. Absolutely crazy. I'm hoping I'm even going to get close to this. But I can't see junk out of my mirrors, man. Can't see nothing. I think that's about right, maybe. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I hope it is. Check this window over here. I'm clear over here. As long as I'm in the right spot. Which I have a feeling I'm not. if that's where I'm supposed to be over here. I must have missed it just barely, or I'm right on. I don't know. Oh boy, come on. Okay, actually wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, especially for not being able to see it. Come on. Man, this rain really ruins it. Oh yeah! That's what I'm talking about. Yes, sir. All right, excellent. Little Rock to Dallas. 342 miles driven, 6 hours, 57 minutes, 46.3 gallons. Experienced 276 XP plus the 90 XP for parking it in the most difficult spot in the world, and $4,117. All right, so that's going to do it for this episode. I do hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, please leave a like button. If you guys would like to keep getting updates, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And please make sure to fill out the form that I leave in the description below. It just basically lets you guys choose where the channel ends up, what we do, the kind of videos that I record and things like that. It's giving you guys a voice for what you guys would like to see. So if you guys like this video or any of my other ones, feel free to fill out that form. Other than that, I hope you guys continue to have a wonderful week, and I will see you guys next episode.